We go through this every year. You know perfectly well what holiday it is.
Okay. Happy Halloween, everybody. Whoopee.
Row 18, plot 20.
Hey everybody, welcome to Now It's Dark. The spooktacular is upon us, the Halloween shenanigans. I have a movie review that a lot of people have done already, but this is for a movie called Natty Knocks, released in July of 2023. Has a 4.2 star rating on IMDb. I think that's pretty fair. The director is Dwight Little, written by Benjamin Olson. It is about a small-town babysitter and the kids she is looking after struggle to survive a serial killer on Halloween Eve. So the best thing that this movie has going for it is, unfortunately, the cast. And in particular, Bill Moseley, who plays the character Abner Honeywell, Danielle Harris, Diane Henderson, and Robert Englund as Mr. Meredith. And there are other notable actors in this that they're recognizable to some extent on some in the B movie circuit or television cameos and things. The character Natty Knocks is played by Joey Bothwell. She's kind of hot, not to get sidetracked here, but she's pretty nice. So from the director of Halloween 4. They're tagging this as a screen classic, a new screen classic, Natty Knocks, starring horror legends Bill Moseley, Danielle Harris, and Robert Englund. The small-town thriller introduces babysitter Brett Henderson, played by newcomer Charlotte Fountain Jardim, who's also not bad. On Halloween Eve, Britt and her kids have to survive the horror of serial killer Abner Honeywell, played by Bill Moseley, who is himself the traumatized son of B-movie horror legend Natty Knocks. So, yeah, that's the premise. It has a good opening. It's kind of a flashback-ish type opening sequence with sex and an angry mob and a let's burn the witch, all in the first few minutes of the movie. So it kind of starts off very, very fast and with a lot of potential. But then there's just a lot of dysfunction in the movie, unfortunately. And I don't want to shit on the movie because I did watch it all the way through. And in particular, the best parts of the movie are the very small parts that Robert Englund plays in it. Danielle Harris, I feel, was criminally underused for a majority of the movie. And Bill Moseley is really good anyways. He is a niche type actor, and his voice is pretty iconic. I liked the premise of the story with Natty Knocks having been a B movie actress, and that this whole small town kind of turns on her back in the day, and then she's got this son, Bill Moseley, who's traumatized. So I don't want to give spoilers because I'm not necessarily not recommending this, but I would go into this, if you haven't already watched this movie, I would go into it very, not expecting a whole lot as far as being able to follow a good story, concise, all the way to the end. There were a lot of good attempts. They play up on the whole knocking, because, Natty Knocks, there's a whole... the urban legend of Natty Knocks, basically, and there's a whole rhyme to it. I can't think of it off the top of my head, but it's like, Natty knocks 3 times, blah, 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 she'll kiss your behind. I don't know what it is, but you get the idea. Like, there's the urban legend. I do like that part of it. I like movies that play up on urban legends and things like that. I just wish it would have delivered a little bit more. I think for the IMDb tag to have it as a new screen classic is very generous. Um, and Robert Englund, his part, albeit kind of small, gives you all of the background information. So some of the best story is that sequence, and then from hit or miss all throughout the rest of the film. So, yeah, I'm going to keep this short because, like I said, I don't want to shit on movies, especially during October. But it's worth checking out to seeing, Robert Englund, Danielle Harris, and Bill Moseley. There is the thread of a good story in there. It's just it gets too all over the place too many times for it to be like a solid screen classic. Let me know in the comments down below if you think this is a screen classic because you watched it and you're watching it over and over. The one plus, it's set during Halloween, so it's a perfect movie to watch during October. So let me know, and have a great afternoon.